Growing a TikTok page from 0 to 10,000 followers is not about getting lucky with one random post. It's about knowing how to spot niches that already have demand and then testing content from enough angles until you find the one the algorithm actually wants to push. In the last 14 days, I took a page from 0 to 10,000 followers doing exactly that. So in this video, I'm breaking down the exact process that I used, how I find the niches that actually have potential, how I test content styles without wasting weeks, and ultimately how I give myself the best possible chance of going viral without just guessing. Okay, so as you guys can see, I hope it's focusing. I started posting on this account around June 7th. As you can see, that was our very first day. We got around 68 views on the first day. You can't always expect your growth to just immediately skyrocket at the beginning. Obviously, there's cases where that happens and it only takes a few days. I've had many students of mine, and I've personally myself had videos get over 1 million views on the very first post, and that just comes with time and practice and ultimately knowing how niches work and what types of styles are currently doing good in that moment. But if you're a beginner, or let's say you've grown or tried to grow a few pages, you're not too deep into the game, but you're starting to understand how this whole thing operates. All you need is a solid niche and a solid foundation of what you're posting about, and you have to understand why that content is going viral on other accounts in the first place and how to make it better on your own page. As you guys can see right here, on June 21st, we were getting around 300,000 views in a single day, 362,000 to be exact. That is also the same day that we reached 10,000 followers. And as you can see right here, we just crossed around 10.1 thousand followers so far. So this account's about to be in the Creator Rewards program. If you don't know what that is, that's just where you're getting paid for your views a certain RPM and then also additional rewards. I literally just refreshed the account as well, and we're already now at 10.2 thousand followers. As I was just mentioning, we're at 10.1 thousand, which is another sign of just showing you guys how quickly these niches can grow once you start getting an insane amount of views. The video I posted last night is carrying right now upwards of 64,000 views right now. Now, before I dive into why this content is specifically going viral right now and working so well on this account, no, I will not be showing the actual niche in this video because it's live in my premium group. We have an entire niches tab where I'm always uploading the most viral niches going on based off my previous results and obviously what I see actively trending. Now, the reason why this content works so well, obviously it's getting a good watch time and retention, which is what is going to ultimately get your video pushed and pushed and pushed wave after wave. But what many people don't tell you is why this is specifically working on this type of video. The entire niche on this account is completely AI. Now, this was the very first video posted, as you can see, on June 7th of 2026, got around 817,000 views so far. But the reason I brought up how it's AI content is because when it's AI content, you're most likely going to get a higher age watching your video. Not only is this good for your RPM because older ages give you a higher RPM, and what your RPM is what you're getting paid per 1,000 views, so you want that to be as high as possible, obviously. And also it's targeting mostly the USA, which is also going to be insanely helpful for my RPM specifically. But AI content specifically, if you do it the right way, is one of the most powerful ways that you can obtain an audience like this, simply because a lot of the younger generation and younger people notice AI a lot quicker, so they're not really going to be fooled by it and watch through the entire thing, so they'll just swipe past. On the other hand, these types of ages will be very into the content because a lot of them won't even know if it's AI, and they just naturally have better attention spans than the younger generation simply because of all the short form content nowadays and things like that. So it's a lot easier to get somebody who's older to sit through and watch your video, which can be a factor for your video going viral. As you can see, 27% of people watched through the entire video, got an average watch time of 32 seconds, and we got around 1.2k followers from this video alone. And now you're probably wondering, well, how did I even come up with this niche? Did I make the niche? Did I find it off another account and take inspiration? How did I even find the content to take inspiration from if that's what I did? This is my second phone right here, and on this phone I have a good amount of TikTok accounts that are specifically designed to only feed me content for good niches. On every single account that I have on that account, I specifically warm it up and only consume content in that specific niche that I want to see more of. That way I can see the top performers coming on my For You page at all times, and each account's For You page is specifically dedicated for the content niche that I want to see. And the way you make the algorithm feed you all the content that you want is to only engage and watch the things that you want to be fed. So on each and every one of those accounts, I'm always seeing different niches and the top performers in every single one of those niches that are actively blowing up in the moment that I'm speaking right now. Like if I was to open up this phone right now and just start scrolling through one of my TikTok accounts, I would only be fed the top performing videos from that specific niche that I enjoy watching on that account. So after scrolling on all these accounts for a decent amount of time every single day, you start to notice a lot of things in common when it comes to even different niches. They all have the same type of format and it all goes viral. You should never be scrolling to entertain yourself. You should strictly be scrolling scrolling to find ideas, look at the hook frameworks from the top performing videos. And if you want to see the top performing videos, specifically design your account to show you those types of videos. If you simply just want to find out what specific niches are targeting the best ages for the highest RPM, look through the comment sections on a bunch of different niches. Try to find the specific ICP that you're looking for. Even though I'm seeing viral videos from different niches, every single one of these videos in different niches that are going viral all have something in common that triggers something on their video to make it go viral. For example, comment and share CTAs. You notice that all the time on the random fact videos or the would you rather videos. Even just most of the quizzes you see on your For You page nowadays have some sort of CTA to actually spark engagement to get push on their video. Every single animal facts video has an insane visual hook because the people running these accounts in these niches specifically look at what's performing best and take inspiration from it and make it better. That's exactly what I did on this account. I saw a format working, thought of an idea on how to make it better, literally wrote it down on my Google Sheets template that I always use just to keep track of all my thoughts, implemented it the next day on a new account, and the first video got 800,000 views. Now you're probably wondering, well, I thought you said it got 68 views on the very first day, not 800,000. You're right, it did get 68 views on the very first day, June 7th, that I just showed you right there. When you have a viral video, it's not going to shoot up to a certain number and just stop there immediately. As you can see, on June 9th, the video was at around 150,000 views, making my views go up to around 160,000 views at the time. Your video will slowly increase every single day, and the reason for this is because TikTok is testing your content. The way it works is your very first video will get pushed to a group of around 200 to 300 people, and these are people who TikTok thinks will enjoy your content based on the other content that they engage with or watch. Based on the analytics of the watch time, the retention, and the engagement of these 200 to 300 people that TikTok pushed your video first to, they're going to look at these analytics and decide whether your video is worthy enough to be pushed to a second wave, which would be around 4,000 to 5,000 people. Obviously, if your metrics are good enough, they're going to push it to 4,000 or 5,000 people, and then the process keeps repeating itself. And what a lot of people don't understand is when it comes to the Creator Rewards program, which is where you're actually getting paid for your views on your content, you need to have original content. AI content on TikTok is original. Personally filmed content is original. So if I were to just take a video of myself right now talking to the camera and post it on TikTok, that would be fully original. Clipping up podcasts off YouTube is not original. So this is something that you wouldn't be able to get monetized for. But this is why I always preach you can still use those types of niches to just grow your account to 5,000 followers to get accepted into TikTok Shop Affiliate. That way you can start promoting products and gaining a commission. Matter of fact, in my other account, I just started doing this. Number one, if you see the niche doing insanely viral numbers on another account and you're taking inspiration from it and actually producing good quality content and you're still not getting over 10,000 views a post, it's not the niche that's the problem, it's the content. Even if your content's good, you need to be putting twists on your videos that other accounts aren't doing to be able to take advantage of it. Like for example, this video right here, I made the content exactly how I thought it would go viral based on what the other accounts were doing, but I wasn't putting any inspiration on it. I was simply taking a format, replicating it, and hoping it would work. And honestly, decent analytics, like 22-second watch time, but not a very good full watch video. So this moves into my next point, which is you can't just rely on one post. You need to look back at your analytics and constantly test new angles of your content to see what performs better. This was posted on June 9th. And as you can see on June 10th, made a simple adjustment, got a 23% full watch video, about the same watch time, 22 seconds, an extra 1,000 followers, and an extra 400,000 views on the video. And some of you guys may not like this one, but at the end of the day, the most important skill set to have is just the ability to not give up. You need to work relentlessly, but you also need to work intentionally. The guy who's working less but working way more intentional compared to the guy who's working all day and every night but has no intention of what he's doing and he's just throwing a bunch of different things at the wall hoping something's gonna eventually stick. The guy who's intentional about things but not working as much is going to get farther. And that's simply because the knowledge that you have relays on your actions, and your actions show whether your knowledge is correct or not based on the output of what you get. So at the end of the day, if you're constantly backtracking your analytics, looking at your content, figuring out things to improve, taking inspiration from others who are already doing well, putting your own twist on it to make it better. And even if that doesn't work, trying a different angle, that's how you're ultimately going to succeed and get to a level to where you can just replicate virality on a brand new account without even thinking twice. At the end of the day, that's really all it takes when it comes to going viral. If you want to see my extremely specific entire free course going over everything you'll need to know in extreme simplicity, I will have that link down below in the description. But without further ado, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.